Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is John and this is your Modern Tech Breakdown. Today I'm looking at a possible leak from Microsoft that made the recent SharePoint attacks worse. Let's get into it. Alright, so if you run an IT shop that uses Microsoft products, you probably heard about the on-premises SharePoint vulnerability that started to be exploited around July 7th. And now that it's been a few weeks since then, some folks are looking at the timeline of events, and it would seem that perhaps Microsoft has a leak in its Microsoft Active Protections program. So the whole story seems to have started at a Pwn2Own event in May, where a Vietnamese researcher demonstrated a SharePoint authentication bypass on stage. And according to the rules of the event, the researcher gave the exploit to Microsoft and explained how it works. Then the vendor, in this case Microsoft, has 90 days to fix the exploit, which Microsoft did. And on July 8th, Microsoft disclosed 2 CVEs and released an update to close the vulnerabilities. But unfortunately, the vulnerabilities had already started to be exploited the day before. And it seems that bypasses to Microsoft's patch were also seen within a day or two. So how could the bad guys have gotten around the patches so quickly? Well, the current speculation is that there's a leak in Microsoft's Active Protections program for security vendors. Apparently, participants in this program get access to patches and vulnerability information 2 weeks prior to the normal second Tuesday drop. So it definitely seems possible that this program leaked the patches to the bad guys early, which allowed the exploit to run wild, where at least 400 organizations were hacked, and the perpetrators include Chinese-backed actors. So while nothing is certain, Microsoft's MAPP program may be in need of reevaluation, and in fact, Microsoft skipped the normal preview period for the program for 2 of the most recent vulnerabilities, so perhaps Microsoft also thinks that this program may have some leaks. But if you do run SharePoint, what can you do about this issue? Well, the good news is that only the on-premises version of SharePoint was affected, and I have to think that the majority of customers out there are using the SharePoint Online version of Microsoft 365. But if you're still running your own SharePoint infrastructure, this is a great time to make sure that you're fully up to date with the patches and consider making your servers inaccessible from the internet. But that's all I have on this one for today. As always, thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you next time.